Hi, guys. We have an interview today. It's going to be a good day because of that, because I love the person that I'm showing. You guys are going to love it. I'm not awake yet, full disclosure. So if I sound silly or repeat myself, you'll know why. Let's look at chat real quick. Who do we have? We've got Drop Bear, Cricket, Kia, Kathy, Irish. I thought I saw Big Chief. Maybe I'm just saying things. Style. I think that's everybody. I guess I was dreaming that I saw Big Chief. I'm not awake yet, like I said. So the interview today is AuditLA. Let me show the other backgrounds you can see. Oh, I should move to the side so you can see it. AuditLA. And her birthday was Friday. If you guys didn't know, I didn't know until Friday. I found out. So I did a little birthday Valentine's for her. But, you know, that was courtesy of Cricket Cinema. He sent me the cutest little Queen of Hearts with the squirrel. And I was like, you know, can I use that for AuditLA's birthday? And he's like, of course. So here is that. I'll show you real quick because I don't think she saw it yet, but I think she'll see this because I think she knows the interview is going on. So hold on because it's pre-recorded. Anyway, here's the birthday. Sorry about that, Kia. I'm saying sorry because Sorry says she can't listen, but she'll be in chat. She wished the lives had captions too. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it, Kia? So I'm just going to start the interview. One of the things I really like about these pre-recorded interviews is I can be in chat with you guys today. So that's a lot of fun for me. Cricket doesn't have to work. I can drop links if he wants to just take a break or Irish wants to just take a break. I could just hang out with you guys. So without further ado, let's start the interview. Give me 1 second because I want to change layout. We have an interview today, one of my favorites, and I'm going to say that probably every time because I've been interviewing all my favorites first. And if you can't tell from my background picture who today's interview is, then you haven't been paying attention because today's interview, AuditLA. Thanks for joining us, Audit.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Audit, how did Scientology first come on your radar?
Well, if we're talking Scientology or the Scientology protests, it's two different things. Scientology itself got on my radar back when I was on CPAB. They joined because they had just opened up the North Hollywood org, and their two top people, the president and I don't know what the vice president maybe, they joined our CPAB and they said, and they were very blatant about it. Yeah, we're with Scientology. We're here to represent Scientology. This is our job. We need to go and be part of different entities and groups and councils and to promote Scientology. So they weren't even hiding it. And that there, and then also it's on the neighborhood council. And they also, the same organization, wanted to adopt the median. They came and promised that they were going to take really good care of it. It's going to go from blight to really beautiful, and it's going to be maintained in perpetuity as long as they have that space. And so that's how I got introduced to them. Now, I don't know if you want to know how I got introduced to the protest.
Well, that was actually this next question anyway, so go.
Okay. Well, I was already following streets, and Jessica too, which is funny. I was watching both of them prior, and I've been watching Streets for a while because of his police activity. And for some reason, I guess I was following Jessica on TikTok just because her stuff was funny. And then all of a sudden, I see they're doing this protest at Scientology, and I was starting to get watching it. It was very interesting. And I was like, this is interesting because I was like, this is where the First Amendment, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of protest, freedom of filming, all these different things kind of were colliding. And so I wanted to go down there and check it out. And I went down there. It was fascinating. Had zero intention of getting involved, zero intention of streaming, anything like that. I was just curious. I wanted to check it out. And then I met Serge and Laura and got to interview them and talk to them and learned more about Scientology. I didn't know I thought they were just obnoxious from the stuff that I dealt with from them the couple of years prior. But when I realized and they started teaching us what Scientology really was, something inside me just said, okay, this is my life mission. This is what I need to be working on or against. And then I joined and said, okay, I'm going to have to stream. A reluctant streamer, but I figure it's the only way to get the message out, and also for safety and different reasons, it made sense. And the rest is history.
Okay, this gives us a great opportunity to share with you guys a clip I have of early days with AuditLA and Streets. One second. Here we go.
You don't think that? They don't think the dog dude was random. Who said that? You don't think it was random? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. The dog dude was not random. Like, who else do you think was hired? Like, do you think all of them were? Like, all the...
Well, the guy with the pit bull, I already had that suspicion. And when I got here that night, he walked by there and goes, I'll see y'all later. I'm like,
He's the same guy that's been doing it since 2005.
Really?
Just got a
since
family
I've,
for a while.
so he's been out here
so
doing that since as long as I've been graduated high school.
This is bad, man. This is so stupid. I really want to get... we need to go to the neighborhood councils.
It's a cult. It's a cult.
Yeah.
See, you brought up back then, we need to go to the neighborhood councils. You weren't wrong.
Yes, I was involved with the neighborhood council for so many years. It's been my world. I just never dealt with Scientology so much with it, but that's how I see a lot of activism and things going on at the council level, that you get to really be heard. And then, but I wasn't doing the city council and stuff, so I'm glad we upped it to the city council. But I knew that we needed to get into the local politics, first
that
and
was
foremost.
actually my next question, was how did you get involved with the city councils?
Well, when we were doing the neighborhood councils, because we started off doing CHNC and EHNC, and then it's like, it's like, we need to go bigger, because then we started doing, I found out about the public works and started calling in then, and everyone, thankfully, a group of people joined me in that quest, and it's been that way ever since for the past 2 years. But that was all on, calling in. And then we started calling in to the police. It was all calling. But then something's like, inside, I'm like, no, we need to go in person and really get to meet people and take it to the next level, because it's something about being on the Zoom call. A lot of times you don't even get picked, so it's kind of frustrating. And then I wanted to see the city council. I mean, I've been down there, when it comes to when I was serving and everything, I would go down there and I knew some of the people and stuff, but I just thought it would be good to go and advocate down there. And so then it started here, Public Works and City Council are right there, the same time, the same building, the same floor. So it just became simple, and it just became routine.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to people that want to call in, or that you have learned from being an advocate at these meetings?
I think you should just do it. Like, if you really want to say something, even if you're nervous, you could call in one time and just say, I support everything they're saying, or do better. You could just say one sentence and hang up. If you panic, it doesn't matter. It's your voice. It's your time. You own it. And I'm always one to say, don't let anyone intimidate you. These people work for you at the end of the day. They are the public servants, and we're the public, and it's our job, duty, privilege, whatever you want to call it, to be able to let them know what's on our minds. And so I'm like, don't see them as above you. To see them, these are people that we elected to serve us, and so they're really not on some pedestal. And when you do that, and it makes it easier because it kind of like kind of puts us all on the same level. It takes away some of the intimidation factor. And I would just say, just try it, because once you try it, most people get, it's so relieving. It's like there's like a freedom of being able to speak what's on your mind. There's a freedom and to say what you want to say. It's your words, it's your time. You own that moment. That minute is yours, unless of course you go off topic and then they're going to intervene. But don't even let that bother you, because that's just a challenge. It helps guide you. It kind of helps train you to become a better speaker, by having to think about being on topic or what's purview. So it makes you better. So I don't mind those challenges. Don't let that think that you're in trouble or anything like that. It is what it is. Just go with the flow, because eventually it becomes addictive, I think. I absolutely love to give public comment. I look forward to it. And whether it's on this stuff or whatever I'm speaking on, I absolutely love to be able to speak up. And I think most people find that true. They're like, oh, I want to help, but I'm nervous. And then they do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so exciting. When do we get to do it again?
Yeah, I find it fun. It's great to be able to get it off your chest. I want to show an example of that with you at the police commission. Here we go.
I'd like to pass this out as part of my. Thank you. Good morning, and I have a handout. I too want to talk about the holiday parade. It was disturbing to see. I'm an advocate, for the victims of Scientology. I come here often, right? With my motivation for advocacy is Ms. Laura FM, and the other gentleman, his husband Sergio, and I've gotten to know many other victims. And we come here asking for a safe space for victims to come to LAPD for help with all the abuses. But on the Thanksgiving parade, we see, like Miriam said, a balloon being protected as if it's the president of the United States. It was unbelievable how much protection it received. And mind you, in the past 2 years that they've been under public scrutiny and protest, not one Scientologist has ever been injured by any protester.
I could play that whole thing. I love listening to you advocate for these people. You've done amazing work in this community. How would you best explain Scientology to someone who doesn't know about it?
I would probably be direct and say if they received their 501c3, religious status, but they're really a cult, and they are somebody that they are destructive. They hurt families. They separate families. They take your money. They have a central organization that is akin to slave labor under the guise of religious ministry work, but it doesn't even really fall under that, because it really falls under, these are workers, laborers. It's like a free, cheap labor, and that it's something that's very destructive. I just would go straight for the points of everything that's bad about it. It guised as a religion, but it's really something that it benefits them. I'm not saying that people don't have religious, freedom if some people really believe this to be their religion, but I believe the core of what Scientology does is very self-serving, and it's very harmful to anyone, because I don't see anyone coming out of it that's not seriously injured in some level, whether it's emotionally, mentally, physically, in some way, shape, or form. Nobody comes out that I can tell that seems to be better off for having been in Scientology. It's something that they have escaped, and that they need to heal from things that they endured. I find it to be very abusive, and I'm not afraid to say that publicly, because I've seen too many stories. I don't see any story where it's the opposite, unless Scientology is promoting that story. But I don't see just people randomly coming and say, "Yeah, wow, I'm a better person. Everything is great since I've been in Scientology." And I
Yeah.
also, yeah, and just so much more. Just a lot of it. It's a lot of abuse. It's a high control group. It is something that's very cloistered because you will be punished if you can't go to the authorities. You can't interact with the world like normal people can. It's very high control and very high standards of what you have to do. And then it's very expensive. You're either going to pay money or you're going to pay with your time and your blood, sweat, and tears, but you're going to pay to go through Scientology.
That's true. You do protesting too. I want to show a clip of that, and then I want to ask you about your protesting.
I can ask Tori questions. Hi, Tori. Oh yeah, I know it's sinking in. I don't know what's going on, but it is really sinking. Like I noticed the difference. How you doing, Ashley? How you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Hi. Right. Yeah, we're gonna keep it at that. I have a question for Tori though. Okay, because the guards, okay, when I talk to them, they keep saying like they play dumb, like they don't like what's OSA. How would I answer that correctly? I just say it's kind of like the FBI, the CIA of Scientology, but like I don't know how to, like what's a really good answer for me? The hired. It's like Burke. I want to get closer because I know I don't have a microphone. Both Burke and Ted, they both said to me like they're playing dumb. Well, you don't think so? Okay. Okay. So they're asking me. They both have asked me like, "What's OSA?" And I try to give the best answer I can. But
the best answer is it's called the Office of Special Affairs.
Okay.
It originally was called the Guardian's Office.
The Guardians. Can you guys hear it? That's how I know, because I want to be able to really get this. Tell me if you can hear her, because I need to get a microphone because you're soft spoken. Okay, I don't want to be on. I want you on camera.
I can hold it.
Computer.
I got it. Sorry, I'll hold it.
Okay, so it's called the Office of Special Affairs, and it was originally the Guardian's Office. And 11 people from the Guardian's Office went to prison, including Mary Sue Hubbard, who was L. Ron Hubbard's wife. So he just threw her under the bus. He said she created it. When he created it, he wrote all the programs for it. But he just threw her under the bus. And that was the end of her.
I could listen to Tori all day too, so I can't spend the whole interview watching a clip from Tori. But what, in your opinion, has been most effective with protesting? What's your suggestion for a effective protest tactic?
I like to I don't like to go and be so confrontational because you have to kind of go with what your personality is. Everyone has their own style, and I'm not judging anyone's style. I think the first and foremost is you have to feel what's right for you and figure out what's right for you. I like to go and I like to film them. I like to kind of be sometimes tongue in cheek or try to, not get along, but just be friendly. I'm not there. I don't like confrontation and negativity and all that stuff. Now, there's times you have to, because there's times I've had to confront some of these people, especially that Hawaiian shirt guy or something. But I prefer to do it with a little dash of humor, a little dash of, but you're still calling them out. Like my interaction with Moxon was, kind of funny to me, where I was not funny, like, haha, but it's like, you have this opportunity here. You have Moxon, and he's this horrible lawyer who I have personal beef with because he's kind of trying to make my life hell right now with fair gaming. And, and I'm telling him, I want to sue you because you're slandering me. Like, will you be my lawyer to sue you? It's stupid. It's dumb. But he kind of looked back and kind of chuckled, and it's just, you have those moments where you're making your points, but you can still, have humor. You can still laugh. You can point them out, whatever it is. Or if you want to go and yell at them and rage, whatever works for you, whatever feels right for you. I don't think there's a right or wrong. It's just you have to know who you are. And I think that's the bottom line. Like, I like to just, I don't know, be a little bit goofy or fun, or just, I like it to be fun, but still make it speak the truth. And I also think the very important thing is to document it. Like, at the end of the day, whether you are, because some people, they don't say anything really, they just go around and video. I try to interact. I like to be interpersonal. Some people might sit there and, and yell or whatever they want to do. I think it's all good, but the main thing is we're documenting everything. I think that's the basic thing, because the protesting part, yeah, it's something that maybe annoys them, whatever. But then when you catch them doing something they shouldn't be doing, or you hear them putting something on the record, something they say, like where it's talking about Tory, they're acting, if they're acting like they don't know, or if they say the wrong thing, or they violate your rights, whatever it is, you're catching it, because that may be needed down the road for litigation or to defend yourself or whatever you need. So I would say the most important part about protesting is documenting it.
If you could talk to a current Scientologist, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, like, I would be very kind. I do not like to be nasty or mean. Like, I would try to tell them that, there's you need to be careful. I'll tell them, like, if you are a victim of a crime, and I did this with the girl who was working the Dianetics table that I shut down that day. And I kept telling her, if you become a victim of a crime, if something happens to you, if there is a Danny Masterson in your life and you're a victim, you can't go to the police. You cannot go get help. You would have to do it internally. And because if you did go to the police, you're going to be excommunicated. You're going to be an SP. And so things like this, I said, it makes me worry that, you are in a situation where you can't go get help. I would also let them know that the world outside is not as unfriendly as they are being led to believe. Yes, there's unfriendly people. There may be some unfriendly protesters even. It may seem scary, but that there's people out there who really want to help and would help. And I'd be one of them. I'd be like, jump on the back of my chair. I'll get you out of here. And that everyone, I believe, if anyone, like the people who are really trying to shut Scientology down from what they're doing, we're not against the Scientologists. We want to help them. Like, I would even help, I don't care who they are, Janet, whoever they are, I'd be like, if you're willing to get out of here, I want to help you. And so I would let them know that there's life outside. They're saying you can't succeed out there. That's not true. You can. There's a whole beautiful world out there. You can have your family. You can have your freedom. You don't have to be told what to do. You can make up your own mind. You can decide if you want to go to work that day or not. You have freedom again, and the ability to think your own thoughts.
Well, speaking of you helping Scientologists, that brings up a clip I want to show of someone you've been helping a lot. And I see really good, what's the word I'm looking for? Really good teamwork with this person. You guys make a power duo. And here is a clip from you with Laura FM.
There you go. I love it. That's it. That's a money shot right there. Yes. She moved, of course.
The International Association of Scientologists. Wow.
I'll have to take it.
You two are great together. I love it. You've been helping her a lot at the public works calls, and you've been really a stabilizing force in her life, but showing her how she can use her passion, use her activism in a constructive way. Just another example of a day in the life of AuditLA. In that spot, the clip didn't play, the audio didn't play, so I cut it out. But I will share it with you guys now. So give me 1 second. I got to go to share screen and do it differently. Let's see if this is the right one. I don't know that it is. Yeah, I think this is it. Here we go.
Into our virtual platform. Thank you, President Kang. We'll start with AuditLA. AuditLA, this is public commentary, and you have 60 seconds to offer your public comment.
Yes, good morning. I just want to be reminding you that we're not supposed to be rewarding bad behavior, okay? Like an entity that traffics people for labor, holds their documents, and somehow, by the way, they're exempt from the ICE rate where other churches are not. Somehow Scientology is exempt, and actually it may be an actual rescue mission because, like I said, these people are not able to freely leave and they cannot even take their own documents. So, and I'm not advocating for ICE at all on any level, but it just shows you how differently Scientology is treated. And the fact that they can disregard all their permits, they can disregard all laws on like humanity and how to treat, and allow children to be abused. They are mandated reporters, but they don't report any crime. You're not allowed to report any crime to the authorities at all. If Mr. Zhang there was, thank you.
I want to take this moment to share a clip from someone Audit pulled in. I helped, but Audit's the reason she's there, Audit and Laura, and play a clip from when Jennifer called in Friday. Here we go.
Thank you, caller. Our next caller is Jennifer Spencer. Jennifer, you will have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Spencer. I'm a first-time caller in, and I'm calling in to talk about Scientology and to support AuditLA and Laura Anderson, who either call in or come to the meetings each week asking you to take action against Scientology. I ask you to take action on the concerns and all others that call in about Scientology. I yield my time. Thank you.
Perfect, sweet, concise, to the point. You did a great job, Jennifer. I just wanted to feature that because she was talking in this interview about, a new person can call in, a new person can just reiterate something we've said, and you did a great job. Okay, let's go back to the interview. Goes to so many meetings and speaks out all the time. So if Scientology was disbanded today, what would you like to see their resources put towards?
You mean all their money? I would love it, to help with their victims. I'm going to say everyone like Laura, who's become a powerhouse at doing this, and I'm so proud of her. She's doing amazing things. Everyone's doing amazing things. Like everyone that's calling you, everyone is doing amazing things. But I would want their money to go towards righting all their wrongs. Okay, like everyone that they hurt should be able to get all the care they need, all their money back, everything that they need to be what they were. You can't even pay back. Like, how do you take back somebody's childhood? Many of these children grew up without parents. They had parents, but they could only see them a couple of hours a week or several times a month, a year or whatever. How do you compensate for that? So it would have to be high numbers. Then I would like to see the money go and just help, anti-cult education. The government could absorb the money and put it to other programs, right? Because it would have to go to other programs, hopefully. And I would love to see all their resources go back to helping people that have been harmed in some way, victims of crimes, the victims of Danny Masterson, all these people, and just really help the communities. And I would like to see their buildings sold or used, maybe taken by the government, taken over to house the unhoused or to create schools, just something. I would love that day that happens.
Yeah. Who would you like to most see escape Scientology?
Well, that's a great question. I kind of want this sounds a little wild, but I would say either David Miscavige or Sally. If David Miscavige left, it would crumble, right? Who would take it over. So I kind of would love to see him wake up one day and say, you know what, I made a mistake and I'm leaving. And or another one I would like to see is the celebrities, like the Tom Cruises, to say, you know what, no, this is wrong. I shouldn't be promoting this, and take away that element of glamour that they think they have. I don't think people are thinking it's so glamorous anymore, but still, just to remove that element. Or I would also like to see Shelley Miscavige to be able to go out and say, find out the truth about what's really been going on and see her get out and speak. But then I would also love to see the number one I would want to see is Phil Anderson and also Laura's mom and parents and any of the parents and loved ones that are still stuck in there that we've been talking about for these past 2 years. I would love for Laura to have her reconciliation with her parents. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Then my last answer, is everyone.
Yeah, seriously. All of the above. Do you think we'll ever see Shelley again?
I don't know. It's a great question. I doubt it. Unless something happens and say the government goes in there or they do a real wellness check this time, then possibly, but I don't think they'll ever. She knows too much, and I don't see David being able to. He's not going to let her go, and I don't know if she's physically able to get out of that kind of a environment, or even if she wants to. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I have one last question. It's a silly one. You know the game Kiss, Marry, Kill?
No, I don't. I wish I did, but I love silly questions, so.
Yeah, well, I named 3 people, and then you have to pick one to kiss, one to marry, and one to kill.
Ooh, okay.
So for your Kiss, Marry, Kill, I have TJ Knight, President Kang, and LAPD Police Chief Jim McDowell.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a hard one. Dang. I don't want to kill that one, but I don't know. I need the chief I need the chief to be able to deal with the issue. So I don't want to kiss him or marry him either, but I can't kill him. Oh my God, I don't know if I can answer this one.
Well,
TJ,
we can just say lock up then instead of kill, because kill is pretty hard to say.
Okay, so lock up. See, I need the chief. That's what people don't understand that. I know everyone's mad at the chief right now, but if he's willing to give me a meeting and he's willing to listen, he's like saying, yeah, I'm not, if he's not working with Scientology, I can't lock him up. I need him. So I'm going to lock up TJ because he calls me off topic. So that means that's
Okay, something happened. Let's see. Weird. Hold on a second. Try re-adding it. I don't know what's going on. Let me remove it and try again. Craptastic, guys. This is going to start it over, so just forewarning. We have an interview today. One of my favorites.
some loved ones that are still stuck in there that we've been
Lock up then instead of kill, because
I need, because like TJ, no offense, TJ, it's like it's all strategy. He can't offer, like Kang and the chief are the ones that can make a difference. So I can't have either of them locked up. I just have to figure out who I'd want to kiss and who I'd want to marry. Although, you know what? The chief makes double. That's a good retirement. He'll probably retire soon. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to marry the chief.
Yeah, it's a really silly question, but
I love it.
It's a fun way to end the interview. And I really appreciate you coming in and sharing so much with all of us. It's been great to get to know a little bit of what makes you tick, you know?
Oh, thank you for having me. And I love it. Anytime it's, I love that we're having these conversations. And can I make one last comment about when it's about the fear of speaking? Because I know I always hear myself because I'm not an eloquent speaker at times. Like I say, and all that stuff. Don't let anything with your own voice intimidate you from stopping. Don't say, "Oh, I have a list," or "I have I pause," or I just whatever it is. I do that too, and you just don't worry about it. Just embrace it. That's your voice. That's who you are. Yeah, I can learn to do better. I could join some Toastmasters group, and maybe I will someday. But just know that your voice is yours, and it's really important.
That's a great way to end this. Thank you for coming. Thanks for sharing all of your advice and your experience. You've been an inspiration for all of us that call in. It's because of you. It's because of your guidance and your example and your encouragement and support. And I really appreciate you on it.
I appreciate you and all of you that call in, everyone who's fighting this battle. And I am honored to work shoulder to shoulder with you guys and that we're all in this together. And I appreciate you guys to the moon and back. So thank you.
Yeah, you've been a powerful force in this movement by guiding us through this and by leading by example. It's been really wonderful. And I appreciate you so much. I thank you for coming in. And that's the end of the interview. I'm going to say goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye, Audit.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Well, that is the end of the interview. We don't have to say goodbye just yet because I want to show you supportive squirrel of the day. So I bet you can't guess who it is. I'm sure you know. It's Audit. Audit is super supportive squirrel of the day. I made a new video from her channel icon. Let's find it. Here it is. Just quick, easy, cute one. Nothing grandiose. But I've made her at least 6 videos now. So that was just one to animate her channel icon. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I really enjoy these interviews. Not only do I get to talk to some of my favorite people, but then I get to be in chat with you guys, dropping links, and I'm paying attention to the interviews, so I'm not as chatty as I would be in a regular chat, but it's still nice that I can be in the chat, whereas when I'm doing the other morning lives, I can't. I'm too busy, too distracted. There is a public works call today, guys. I'm going to go on about 9:30, and then the call-ins officially, the meeting officially starts at 10. I'll walk through the process of how I call in, and maybe if one of you wants to join us, I think Jennifer's coming back. I think Lara will be there. Audit, of course, will probably be there. Lara, are you guys going in person today? Maybe if you're going in person, maybe I won't do. Well, I'll still do the walkthrough, but then maybe we'll throw to Audit's channel. That would be fun. Give everybody over to Audits, give her support. But if you're not going to be there in person, she's not going to do it live, and we'll just stay on my channel. So I'm waiting to hear back from Laura. You know what? Laura might have left because I did say, or Lara, not Laura, Lara. She might have left because I said we were leaving. Not going in person. It's raining like crazy over here. And today I have a million things to do, plus a live stream with Chris Shelton at 3. Everyone check out Lara Anderson at 3 and come to my channel at 9:30. These are our Pacific Coast times, guys. So if you're on the East Coast, that's 6 o'clock tonight that Lara is going to do a live stream with Chris Shelton. And that's 1 o'clock for the public works call. Well, 12:30 is when I'll go on. And that's it. That's the whole show. So we will see you guys really shortly. Have a great day. Go out and do something fun today, guys. Bye.